Search the web, search the web. Jessa and Ben Seewald just did something no one saw coming, and it has fans talking all over again. The couple, already parents to 6 kids, appears to be hinting that their family isn't finished growing. So how big do they actually want to go, and what has Jessa said that's got people buzzing? Stick around, because we're breaking down everything you need to know about the Seewald family's future plans. If you've followed the Duggar family at all, you know their story started back in 2004 when TLC introduced the world to Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar and their then-growing brood on 19 kids and counting. Jessa, the third daughter, grew up in front of cameras, and so did her siblings. In 2014, she married Ben Seewald, a young man who first crossed paths with the family through their church community. Their romance played out on television, and fans watched as the couple exchanged vows and began building a life together. From the very beginning, Jessa and Ben made it clear they weren't planning on a small family. They welcomed their first son, Spurgeon, in November 2015, right on their wedding anniversary. Since then, the family has grown steadily, with each new arrival drawing attention from longtime fans who've followed Jessa since she was a kid herself. Now, more than a decade into their marriage, the couple has built one of the larger families among the Duggar siblings, and recent hints suggest they aren't done yet. That brings us to the latest update, one that has fans speculating about just how large this family could ultimately become. Let's walk through how we got here. After welcoming Spurgeon in 2015, Jessa and Ben added Henry Wilberforce in February 2017, then their first daughter, Ivy Jane, in May 2019. In 2021, they experienced a heartbreaking pregnancy loss, something the couple spoke about publicly before announcing they were expecting again. That pregnancy resulted in the birth of Fern Eliana in July 2021, and fans rallied around the family during what they called a difficult but ultimately joyful chapter. The family kept growing. In December 2023, Jessa and Ben welcomed their 5th child, a son named George Augustine. Then, in the summer of 2025, they added baby number 6, Edward Owen, born in July of that year. With Edward's arrival, Jessa and Ben now share 4 sons and 2 daughters, a milestone that puts their family size close to Ben's own upbringing, since he himself comes from a household of 7 children. Throughout this journey, Jessa has been open about the criticism that comes with having a large family so young. During her most recent pregnancy, she publicly addressed comments online suggesting she and Ben were expanding their family too quickly. Rather than getting defensive, Jessa explained that she and Ben never set a strict number when they got married. She said they always imagined landing somewhere in the middle range, even mentioning that early on, they floated the idea of having around 7 kids. She emphasized that they take things one pregnancy at a time rather than planning everything out in advance. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a recent YouTube video, Jessa gave fans a tour of her home and casually mentioned something that reignited speculation about future children. While showing off a photo wall in her house, she noted that she had purchased extra frames, just in case she and Ben are blessed with more kids down the road. That small detail was enough to send fans into speculation mode, with many now wondering whether baby number 7, or even more, could be on the horizon. It's important to note that neither Jessa nor Ben has made any official announcement about expecting another child. What we do know, based on Jessa's own public comments, is that the couple continues to describe their family planning as something guided by faith rather than a fixed target number. They've consistently said they're open to more children without committing to an exact count, which lines up with the values many in the Duggar family have expressed over the years regarding letting their beliefs guide decisions about family size. Given that Jessa and Ben have welcomed 6 children in just 11 years of marriage, it's not exactly a stretch for fans to assume more could be coming. But until the couple makes an official statement, everything beyond their confirmed 6 kids remains speculation, and it's worth remembering that as we continue watching for updates. So how have fans reacted to all of this? Unsurprisingly, the response has been mixed, which tends to be the case with most Duggar family news. Many longtime supporters have expressed excitement, commenting on social media that they'd love to see the family continue growing and that they enjoy following each new addition. Some fans have pointed out that Jessa seems to handle motherhood with grace, noting how she balances 6 kids while still keeping much of her personal life private compared to earlier years on television. On the other hand, some commenters have raised questions about the pressures of raising such a large family, especially given the criticism Jessa has faced in the past about having children close together. A portion of the audience has voiced concerns about whether continuing to grow the family so quickly could be overwhelming, though these remain individual opinions rather than any kind of consensus. Media outlets covering the story have generally stuck to reporting the facts, noting Jessa's own statements about being guided by faith rather than framing the situation as controversial. Overall, the conversation reflects the same range of perspectives that has followed the Duggar family for years, some fans fully supportive, others more cautious, but nothing indicating any major backlash. Looking ahead, there's no confirmed news yet about a 7th child, so fans will want to keep an eye on Jessa's social media and YouTube channel for any future updates. Given her history of sharing pregnancy news directly with followers, any announcement would likely come from Jessa herself rather than through a formal press release. Until then, the biggest thing to watch is whether those extra picture frames end up being filled sooner rather than later. So here's what we know for sure. Jessa and Ben Seewald are proud parents to 6 children, and while there's no official confirmation of a 7th on the way, Jessa's own comments and that photo wall update have fans convinced more kids could be part of their future. The couple continues to describe their approach as faith-guided rather than number-driven, which means anything beyond their current 6 remains speculation for now. What are your thoughts on this latest Duggar family update? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Duggar family update.